I was cooking some food. So I was like massaging the seasoning into the chicken. Like the chicken was not thawed out completely. And so it was kind of cold. I had let it out to sit in water to let it cool down, but it wasn't completely cooled down and I had to make do. So as I'm massaging the seasoning into the chicken, I'm massaging it. One was like pretty much completely thawed out. It was cold, but I massaged it anyway. But there's this other piece that was basically still frozen in the middle. And y'all, my fingers could have fallen off the way that this thing was cold, right? And while I'm doing it, I started like to realize like this is like chicken that's it's flesh, right? And so it can like you massage stuff into it because you can like loosen the muscles because obviously the muscle used to be an animal. And I realized how tender like the chicken is when I massaged it. The first piece and the second piece was really really cold, and so I tried for like a couple minutes, but it didn't work. Thing is, once you like, I just decided, okay, I'm just gonna put the seasoning in chicken, whatever comes the way it comes out because I didn't have the time. Put it in the oven and I cooked it. Now, the the two chickens came out very different consistencies. The seasoning was okay, was still the same, but that chicken that didn't thaw out completely was still hard. Like it was harder, even though it was edible. You can eat it, and you can eat it. It was just a different texture. It was rough around the edges, and I started like Holy Spirit started to talk to me about how like trauma like moves in the same way, and let's say the heat is like it is like God and his your spiritual walk. When you are hardened by the cold, by you hardened by the trauma, it's and it doesn't actually get addressed when the heat is applied, it still alters the way that the final product comes out. I think that is very important to seek therapy, to really like thaw out those really hard pieces because it affects how we move in God. Like even when the heat is applied, even when God is applied, it's going to affect our texture. It's going to affect how we process things, how it colors our emotions if we don't actually get the healing that we need from God. And it can cause us to be bad Christ representatives. So, y'all, go to therapy, thaw out. Let's not embarrass Jesus out here. Love you guys. Bye.